Good morning, folks. It's oopsie time. Yeah, I decided to do it again. You guys have been so great about saying yes, you want me to do it, so I'm here, let the bells ring and the banners fly, as they say. I went into my favorite thrift store yesterday, and my favorite lady wasn't there, the lady that always runs the till for me. It seems odd that you would have a favorite lady in your thrift store, but she always comes up and gives me a hug every time I see her, so she's definitely become one of my favorite people. But she was working in the back yesterday for some reason and then is off on holiday today, so anyway, she'll be back later. But it's always nice when you go into a store and they recognize you and, you feel welcome. Everybody's very friendly in there. Of course, I spend a couple of dollars in there too, so I don't think that's it. I think they're just really nice people. Anyway, I found some big round table. Well, not huge, but for a fair-sized table, these doilies. But people like to use the flowers that are on them. So that's basically why I bought these two. They have one flower in the center. This one is red. And then all around the outside, it has these little guys. So, they're kind of neat to use in when you're making something. So I don't think I've ever used one myself. Oh, I see something up here I forgot. When I showed you all the stuff that Karina sent me, she sent me this as well. And I had it hanging up, so you didn't get to see it. And you're still not going to because I can't get it down here. Anyway, here we go. Come down to where I could see. There we go. That's sweet Karina. Look what she made me. Isn't that sweet? Little puff ball. Looks like rabbit fur, which, poor bunny. And then a long bead cap on here. And then a little hanger. Isn't that cute? You just want to tickle a baby under the chin with that. Oh well, no more babies. No more babies in this family. Unfortunately, my sons all had kids. I mean, it's lovely that they did, but my daughter is not having any children. She can't have any children, so doesn't want any anyway, so it's kind of sad because I always think you're closer to your daughter's children than you are to your son's children because it's your daughter, not your daughter-in-law, but that's just a silly theory I have, but anyway. Okay, so we saw this one. Now you can see the yellow one. Now this one has the yellow rose in the center. I mean, in the very center, there's one, and then one on each little loop that goes around the outside. So that's kind of neat. I picked up this wool because it's so neat. I don't need it, and I was wondering if any of you guys want me to put together little hanks of wool and things that I have, because I have a vast collection, which I really don't need it all, so I'm willing to break it up if you'd like some. Okay, so then I have a few doilies sitting here because I was going to soak them. They seem to have a bit of a spot on them or two. So anyway, this one I found. And this one has a spot down on the bottom. Looks like somebody spilled coffee on it. And then there is this one, which is very pretty. And it has a spot on it as well. I'm not sure they come out, and I don't always mention them You know, if that annoys anybody, please let me know, because, well, for one thing, I forget from one day to the next, and, you know, it's things that aren't important to me. I have a tendency to not worry about them, but they can be very important to other people. So you have to let me know. Okay, isn't this a little cutie? Love this one. So dainty and frilly. These are so nice to put on the edges in books. And then we have a matching one. So there's two of those, which is kind of cool. We have one with fabric in the center, and then she's outlined the outside. She meaning my mysterious lady who does all this crocheting, because I, again, don't think any of these have ever been used. So, you know, I don't know. And I'm surprised. When I go to the thrift store, I'm always surprised that there's more there. I go through them. I mean, I see more there every time, but I don't expect to see ones that I haven't seen before, because I leave the big ones. I don't bring those home anymore. And, but there's always some new ones. And this one, and look at that. It's a tulip. I have never seen it done like that before. See this tulip, if you stretch it out. See, here it is here. Isn't that something? Somebody's done all that crochet to make this beautiful doily for someone. And, well, this one's been used. So, but it's got these daffodils all the way around the outside. Just unique to me. I'm just, you know, surprised. So then I found cut work, and it needs ironing badly, but this is the pattern, and it's fairly long, and then there's a little guy underneath that matches, that's more or less a placemat size. So cute, cute, cute. I'll give them a press, and they'll look much nicer when they're ironed. And this one, I think this one is just, I don't know what this one is. It's just one piece, and the only pattern is on this side, and it's got the little, what is that called? Entredo around the edges, but no other pattern on it. So I'm not quite sure what it was for, but it could have been for a sideboard or something, I suppose. But very pretty. So then we have more of these, which I think are great for books, especially if you're just going to cover them up anyway, because it seems such a shame when you make these beautiful books, but you cover up everything with more stuff. It's just so nice to see everything that's on there. So I like these for the bottom because they're plain. And I like to use the fancier ones. Like I do a lot of stuff. I haven't hardly done any crafting. And with Roger is working on my room. We took the little deck that was outside my craft room, and we are incorporating it into the room. So it is framed in, and the windows in. The two windows that are in here now, I'm eliminating one window, and we haven't got those out because he's still working out there, and hopefully he leaves everything in until he gets a lot of the mess done. And then the frames that were around the window will be gone, but the posts that hold the wall up will still be there. And then my room will be the width and length of the porch that was out there before. I never used it, and I can really use the room inside, so hopefully he gets time today. Of course, Roger's off helping an old neighbor move some rebar that he was given, because we have a trailer, and after the truck was stolen, we picked up another old truck. So he's off with that, and then when he went to unload it, of course, the crane he had on the truck didn't work, and the guy didn't have any tools, so he had to come home and get tools and go back again. So much for getting insulation today, but he'll probably start later. He's a good guy. Isn't that pretty? I don't know, personally, if I made them, I would only make them white and beige, or pink. But, some people have colorful rooms. That's very pretty. Here's another pretty one, and this one has the green and the pink, which I love green and pink, so around the edges. And then we have some pink ones, and these ones need stretching, and I'm not going to do that because it takes too long. So I will probably just steam them with my iron. So I have one of those Rowenta irons, so it builds up a nice pot of steam. So there's a couple of those. There's actually 3, 4 of them. There's another one all the same. This one is a bit larger. The pattern on them is very pretty. They just look better when they're flat. So then we have one more larger one here. So very pretty. Then we have another one with the pansies on the edge. These purple pansies and yellow pansies. So they're quite attractive. I have one lady that has bought a few of these. She just loves the flowers on the outside. But I don't think she cuts them off. I think she leaves the doilies as they are. But once they're yours, you can do with whatever you want with them. So there's another one. At least so many people stop me and say, what do you do with all those? So I generally say that I make crafts with them because I don't need to get into explaining to everyone. But, everybody's happy to hear that they're being used. So that's a good thing. This is one of those bun warmer basket things that you put in the bottom and then put over the buns to keep them warm and to present them at the table. Very pretty. And then we have a lot more that have this different colored edge on the outside. And then this one is more of a long, narrow one. And I don't know what this is, but it's very pretty. The stitching. I don't know what it's called. If anybody knows, can they tell me? That would be nice to know. But lots of butterflies in that one. Then we have a soft pink one. I don't often find this color. I really like this one. It's very pretty. I suppose you could try bleaching them, but gosh, I wouldn't want to wreck them. And then this one, again, this is a mauve one, and I don't have a lot of mauve, and I remember buying one and Seba Beach? No, Alberta Beach here. There's lots of beaches around. There's a little antique store, and I went in and bought one of the purple ones she had, but she charged me a fair amount of money for that because they're popular, so she had it on a display underneath something. So, and there's 2 of these ones with the points on them. And then I wouldn't have known all the different doilies before, but I really know now when I see something I haven't seen before. I've collected so many of these over the years, over the last few years. There's two of these as well. And these have the points on them as well. And then one of these little cutie pies. So delicate. I just am amazed that people can do that type of work. And that is so fine. It's just beautiful. Then we have another one this size, which, you know, I don't generally, unless they're attached to another one, buy much bigger than that anymore. Unless maybe it's a tablecloth. Because, you know, people like the tablecloths, but the big doilies don't seem to sell. There that goes. And this one, mind you, if you're cutting it up, I suppose you'd have more doily to use on different projects. Here's one of the ones Roseanne likes with these little, this stitching pattern here. She uses it for leaves. And Roseanne is Roxy Car 11. Yeah, Roseanne's a friend of mine. We've become friends, of course, like all of you, on this internet. And she's a very talented gal. She does get a lot of my things. She never finds doilies, she said, so try to keep her supplied. I don't know how long the never-ending supply of doilies is going to last here either. It could dry up tomorrow. You never know. I think it's just because we have a lot of seniors in the area, and you know, they're just getting rid of a lot of their stuff. So, and I mean, I used doilies when I was first married all the time, so it's just not the thing anymore. Oh, here's another cute one. And here we have another one. This has kind of this type of edge on it. Kind of neat. Here again. Oh, itchy nose today. Does that mean you're going to kiss a fool? Well, already did that today, I guess. Poor Raj. Here's another one. And here's another one with points all around the outside, which I like because I think it makes it unique when you're using it in a book or something. A picture, wall hanging. And then we have a pink and white one. And we have one with green on the edge. Very pretty. So then I found another sari outfit. This one's a bit different. It's not similar to the other ones, but you know, neat all in its own. The colors are very dark, but you know, it's just the front. The back of the dress, of course, is just plain fabric, but then the front is all this, and then the sleeves, of course, are plain, but cute. I haven't put any sari fabric, so to speak, up on Nanny's Attic by Nola yet, And people have been asking me to put up a link. And thank you, Lynn Noakes. She's been doing that for me when she answers any messages I have, because I have no way on the machine, this little machine I'm using, to put a link up. It's just what is it called? It's just a Chromebook, and it doesn't do all the stuff that a regular computer does. So, sorry, folks. But anyway, this is another, I suppose it was a very long runner with this red work on the outside, but it's all plain. All of it is just plain. And then on the ends, of course, you have this work here. But this is, you know, a really nice cotton, stiff, you know, the crinkly kind that you wrinkle it in. The kind we used to try and pack in suitcases and came out, you had to have an iron. Then I don't think I showed you these ones, but maybe I have. They're all ruffled all around the outside, and they're square. I think they're adorable, personally. Whoops. And then I have an exact other one. Sounds like my husband's home. Okay, then I have a few more. I'm not sure if I showed you these or not, so I'm going to show them again. There's this one, and a matching one. And then I have a pink and white one with the rose in the center. Have a larger one for a table. Very pretty. Obviously it came attached to something else. Then I have this one, which is very lacy. And a pretty blue one. And then another blue one with pink and white around the edges. I did find a couple of other things. This is I believe it's a curtain. Oh, and this is the front. It has a spot on it there too, right there. But isn't that pretty? And this is just the bottom of the curtain. It's just one single panel. And this is the nice part of it. And this is the end. So, and there's only one. I really honestly don't know what, and it's not even very long. It's only maybe 2 feet. You know, it's not very long at all, so. But the edge on it, the workmanship on it is gorgeous, so. Well, then I found 2 of these, and I think I already have somebody I want to send these to, so. These, I would like to give these to Karina, because Karina is such a sweetheart. She just sent me some beautiful lace. And there's 2 of these pillow shams with all this nice ribbon work and lace around the edges. And I thought she might enjoy them. So I think that's what I'll do. And there's 2. So 2 of those. There's another little tablecloth here, but this tablecloth, for some reason, I don't know. Well, I suppose they just wore it out, but it's got a couple of small holes in it. It's just like a card table cloth. It's not very big. And this is the edge on it. But it does have a couple of wear holes in it. So you don't feel bad about cutting it up anyway. And this one was so pretty. And this one has got this lace edge. Again, it needs pressing. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? And this is an older one too. It's not new by any means. And that stitching has been on there a long time. And then the pattern again is repeated on the next side. Very nice. And then one more thing that I found, because I think you've seen that, is I got this bed skirt. It just goes under the mattress, you know, to hang down to the floor, but it's for a single bed. But look at this crocheting that's on the edge of that. And it looks new. New, or whoever used it never got it near anything dirty and washed it, but it's just beautifully done. And they've even pleated the side here to make it fit the bed better. So it's all hand done. Very beautiful. I don't know that I'll leave it as a single bed skirt cover, but we'll see. At any rate, that's basically it. I have lots more things to put up on Nanny's Attic by Nola. I have put up a lot of craft supplies, lots of dies and things that I'm not using at all, and I put them on there. Now, the people that have looked at Nanny's Attic so far don't seem interested in those at all, so it could be my pricing is all wrong. If you disagree with how I price them, please leave me a note and we can discuss it. So I would like to get them out of here and free up, so when I have room, when my room is expanded, I will be able to spread things out a little more. So thank you all for commenting yesterday, and I appreciate it like you wouldn't believe, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I hope everyone is safe. In the U.S., it's getting scary watching the news down there, but anyhow, take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.